Imagine a garden where every harvest is a delightful surprise and your yield dramatically increases without adding more work. Sounds too good to be true? It's not. We're diving deep into the world of underappreciated plants, revealing 3 secret weapons that will make your neighbors green with envy. These aren't your typical garden staples, and that's precisely why they're so powerful. Are you planting the same 5 things every year? What if I told you that list is holding your garden back? Every spring, we dutifully reach for those familiar seed packets: tomatoes, lettuce, peppers, beans, and carrots. We've been conditioned by glossy seed catalogs and expert lists to grow these common crops, often ignoring more productive or unique alternatives that could transform our growing experience. The truth is, we're stuck in a gardening comfort zone that's limiting our potential. While there's absolutely nothing wrong with growing traditional favorites, we're missing out on incredible opportunities to diversify our harvests, reduce our workload, and discover flavors that simply can't be found in any grocery store. This isn't about ditching your beloved tomatoes entirely, but opening your eyes to possibilities you didn't even know existed. These 3 overlooked crops will challenge everything you thought you knew about productive gardening. Meet the Armenian cucumber, your garden's most reliable overachiever that's been hiding in plain sight. Despite its name, this remarkable plant is actually a type of melon, and that botanical quirk is exactly what makes it so extraordinary. While your regular cucumbers are struggling with powdery mildew and cucumber beetles, Armenian cucumbers are thriving with an almost supernatural resilience. This crop is a genuine game changer because it solves the 3 biggest problems that plague cucumber growers. Media group, Armenian cucumber plant with abundant fruits and healthy leaves, no people added stock ad at distribute =equally, disease resistance, heat tolerance, and continuous production. Armenian cucumbers laugh in the face of the fungal diseases that typically devastate cucumber crops, and they actually prefer the scorching heat that makes traditional cucumbers bitter and stunted. Where a regular cucumber plant might give you a few weeks of harvest, Armenian cucumbers will produce prolifically from midsummer straight through the first frost, often yielding 20 to 30 pounds per plant. Growing Armenian cucumbers successfully requires understanding their vigorous nature. These plants are climbers that can reach 10 to 15 feet in length, so providing sturdy trellising from the start is essential. Plant them after all danger of frost has passed, spacing them 3 to 4 feet apart to accommodate their sprawling habit. The secret to maximizing your harvest is consistent picking. Harvest the fruits when they're 12 to 18 inches long and still tender. Unlike regular cucumbers, Armenian varieties maintain their crisp texture and mild flavor even when they grow large, making them incredibly forgiving for weekend gardeners who can't harvest daily. Forget everything you think you know about growing greens in summer heat. Malabar spinach is about to revolutionize your warm season vegetable game. This gorgeous climbing green thrives in the exact conditions that make regular spinach bolt and turn bitter, transforming your summer garden into a leafy green paradise when traditional crops have long since given up. What makes Malabar spinach truly exceptional goes far beyond its heat tolerance. This powerhouse produces an astounding amount of nutritious leaves in a remarkably small footprint. A single plant, grown vertically on a trellis, can provide fresh greens for a family of 4 throughout the entire growing season. The leaves have a mild, slightly mucilaginous texture similar to okra, making them perfect for thickening soups and stews, while younger leaves can be eaten raw in salads or sautéed like regular spinach. The productivity of Malabar spinach is where it truly shines. Traditional spinach gives you 1 harvest before bolting, but Malabar spinach operates on a cut-and-come-again principle that seems almost too good to be true. Regular harvesting actually encourages more vigorous growth, and the plants will continue producing until frost. Start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, as they need warm soil to germinate properly. Once established, these vines can climb 6 to 10 feet high, so plan for substantial support structures. Harvest leaves regularly when they're 3 to 4 inches long, and don't be afraid to cut entire stems. The plant will respond with even more prolific growth. Ground cherries represent everything that's magical about heirloom varieties and forgotten crops. These remarkable little fruits, encased in papery husks like nature's own gift wrap, offer a unique flavor that combines the sweetness of pineapple with subtle notes of vanilla and citrus. But their extraordinary taste is just the beginning of what makes ground cherries such a sustainable surprise. This crop contributes to a more resilient and sustainable gardening practice in ways that will astound you. Ground cherries are incredibly drought-tolerant once established, requiring significantly less water than most fruiting plants. They're also remarkably pest-resistant. Their natural compounds seem to repel many common garden pests, making them an excellent companion plant for more vulnerable crops. Perhaps most importantly, ground cherries are self-seeding annuals that will naturalize in your garden, creating a sustainable cycle where you'll find volunteer plants appearing year after year in the most unexpected places. Future-proofing your garden with ground cherries means embracing their unique growing habits. These plants prefer slightly poor soil and can actually become less productive in overly rich conditions, making them perfect for those challenging areas of your garden where other plants struggle. Start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost, and transplant them outside once soil temperatures consistently reach 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Space plants 2 to 3 feet apart and provide light support, as mature plants can become somewhat sprawling. The real magic happens at harvest time. Ripe ground cherries will drop to the ground naturally, and their protective husks keep them fresh for weeks. This means you can harvest them at your convenience rather than racing against time like you would with traditional berries. The advanced grower's secret with ground cherries lies in understanding their perennial potential in warmer climates. In zones 8 and higher, these plants may overwinter and return as perennials, dramatically increasing their productivity in subsequent years. Even in colder climates, you can extend their season by growing them in containers that can be moved to protected areas during light frosts. These three remarkable crops, Armenian cucumber, Malabar spinach, and ground cherry, represent just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to overlooked garden treasures. Each one offers unique benefits that address common gardening challenges while providing flavors and experiences you simply can't find in commercial agriculture. The Armenian cucumber solves your summer cucumber woes with disease resistance and heat tolerance. Malabar spinach transforms your understanding of what's possible with warm-season greens. Ground cherries offer a glimpse into sustainable, low-maintenance fruit production that works with nature rather than against it. I challenge you to pick just one of these crops to try in your next growing season. Don't try to overhaul your entire garden at once. Instead, dedicate a small section to experimentation and discovery. You might find that these unusual plants become your new garden favorites, outperforming your traditional crops in ways you never expected. The beauty of exploring overlooked varieties is that every harvest becomes an adventure, and every growing season brings new possibilities for discovery. The next time you're planning your garden, resist the urge to automatically reach for the same familiar varieties. Question those must-have lists, and remember that the most rewarding gardening experiences often come from the plants that don't make it onto the standard recommendations. Your garden has the potential to be far more diverse, productive, and exciting than you ever imagined. If you found these overlooked gems as fascinating as I do, make sure to subscribe to Smart Garden for more unconventional gardening wisdom that will transform your growing experience. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to break free from the ordinary. What other must-have crops do you think we might be overlooking? I'd love to hear about your own hidden garden treasures in the comments below.